All right, good morning and welcome to my studio here at home and my YouTube channel. I'm James. Today's practice will be more of our primary series of Ashtanga Vinyasa. Most of the standing postures. I won't get into the deeper binds and the twists so much today. We will focus on our side angles, triangles, and some revolved variations, of course, as well. But by binds, of course, I mean more of like, half lotus coming around, wrapping the foot. Those sort of things we'll skip. I will try to show you an arm balance or two today as well for a little bit more power also, okay? Let's come to the top of our mat. Bring the feet together. Lift the toes, fan them open and let them settle. Let's go ahead and draw that belly button in a little bit and tuck the tailbone underneath us. Root the feet down. Inhale here. And exhale. Shoulders up, back, and down. In samastitihi, or equally standing, grounding our intention for practice. Feel free to close eyes if you need to and begin to lengthen your breath through the nose. Exhaling out through the nose. Good. Slowly blink the eyes open. Make a fist with each hand. Begin to circle the wrists around a little bit here, warming up the wrist joints. And if there are any particular stretches that you like to do with your hands and your wrists, go ahead and do that. I like to press this way. Fingers gently as I press them. Switching sides. But more so through the downward facing dogs that we hold. We'll start to warm up the forearms and the wrists, okay? But do have blocks if you want to keep the hands on blocks, especially if the backs of the legs are a little tight. Having your hands off the floor just a bit will get your heels a little bit closer. It might be even a little bit easier for your shoulders. So modify the practice to your need. Don't sort of overdo it or overstrain yourself, right? We want to find and maintain that element of stira and sukham, steadiness and comfort, ease in the asana, okay? So we'll rest when we need to. Feet together. Let's inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhaling, forward fold. So I'll bend the knees a little bit here because my legs are a bit tight right now. Inhale, lift, lengthen halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back, left foot steps back. High plank position. High plank inhale. Lower down chaturanga. You could do the knees first if you want. Nice and slow. Transition here. Cobra or lazy upward facing dog. Inhaling. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Once you adjust your hands and you settle your feet down, you can bicycle once or twice. Nodding head yes, shaking head no. And if it feels good to pedal out the feet a bit more, right, you continue to do that. Noticing a little release, maybe through the lower back, the backs of the legs, the hips. And then you settle the feet down about hip distance apart. Lengthen breath through the nose for 5 cycles. Belly button draw it in, your thighs are active. Soften back of the neck, find more space between your ears and your shoulders. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, step or walk forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Now relax in your forward fold here a bit. You can sway, pendulum, ragdoll, side to side. You could keep the knees bent a bit more if you need to. Okay? Hands can hold opposite elbows as you ragdoll and sway a bit side to side. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. If you need hands on the shins or on the blocks, that's totally okay. Or forearms here, tops of the thighs. Good. Belly button in. Inhale and sweep arms overhead. Exhale, hands by your side, Samastitihi. Inhaling. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Step back, Chaturanga. Transition. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Settle feet down. Let's breathe 5 cycles. Ujjayi breath through the nose. Seal the lips closed. Exhale out through the nose. Bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, step or walk forward. Halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and rise, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, Samastitihi. Round 3, inhale. Exhale, fold. So we're hinging at the hips, belly button in. We'll keep a little micro bend in the knees if we need to. Otherwise, legs could be straight also, okay? Ardha, inhale. This is where the neck is long, shoulders draw away from ears, fingertips to the floor or hands to your shins. Exhale, step back. 1 exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog with inhale. And Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog with exhale. Settle the feet down. Breathe through the nose. If your weight's starting to shift forward, you're not pressing floor away enough. So keep pressing, okay? Use blocks if you need to. Keep your quadriceps contracted and flexed like you want to get your heels closer to your mat. Actively hugging the belly. Gaze up to the belly. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, step or walk forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale and rise. Exhale, Samastitihi. Round 4, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, hop, step, or float back, Chaturanga. Hug those elbows in, inhaling upward facing. Exhaling downward facing dog. Just hands, just feet. Fan those fingers wide open. Settle heels down. Soften the neck here. Breathe through the nose. Knees bend, inhale. Exhale, step or hop forward. Halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale and rise, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, round 5. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Transition. Exhale, downward facing down. Adjust hands, adjust feet. 5 cycles again. Knees bend, inhale. Exhale, step or walk forward. Flat back halfway, Ardha Uttanasana with inhale. Exhale, stay here. Notice where your weight is. Is it shifted more towards the heels or is it more towards the balls of your feet? Shift the weight more towards the balls of the feet, but do keep the heels on the floor. Now press shoulders away from ears, keep the neck neutral, so it's an extension of the spine, elongated neck, actively hugging the belly. Now see if you could place the fingertips or your hands to the floor, maintaining that length in your spine. Take another breath. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale and rise, come up, hands overhead. Exhale, Samastiti. Good. Now support your lower back here. Give yourself a gentle little back bend. Hug the belly in and up. Relax the shoulders back. Support the back, hands either placed this way or thumbs on the inside and fingers on the outside. That could work also. See which works better for you. Keep the knees kind of sort of aligned and parallel here as you send the pelvis forward. But before you do that, inhale first and then with your exhale, press your pelvis forward. Slowly as you release and come back. Surya Namaskara B or Sun Salutations B. Heel toe the feet together. Inhale, sweep, come to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So I did a reverse chaturanga, which was basically a push-up, and you could continue to do that if you want to heat up the body a little bit more. Just make sure the shoulders are okay. 5 cycles of, actually no. Let's go ahead and inhale the right foot now. I'm going to float it here, extension through the heel, okay? Draw the belly button in. You're stamping the back wall with your foot. Take another breath. Exhale the right foot through. Back heel down. Warrior one. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Turn a little bit so you can step the right foot back. Inhaling. And exhaling. Chaturanga, upward facing. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Left foot, inhale, float it up. Try not to kick it up there, right? Hinge at the hip as you take it up. Extension, you're stamping the back wall with your left foot. Inhaling. Exhale the foot through. The more you compress, belly in, hands press into the floor, the closer that foot can get. But if it doesn't land perfectly, that's okay. Walk it forward, wiggle it forward. Back foot, heel down. Warrior one, inhale, come up. Exhale, hands back down. Inhale, float back. Exhale, chaturanga. Transition. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 cycles of breath through the nose. Knees bend, inhale. Exhale, step, walk, or hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to chair. Now your feet could be together or they could be wider apart. Exhale, stand, Samastiti. Circle the wrists around a little bit here. Now with the inhales and exhales, to practice a little bit of pranayama technique, or the focusing on the breathing aspects, breathing techniques in yoga, we'll lengthen the breath, we'll take little pauses at the end of the inhales, and we'll exhale till we can't exhale anymore, right? So we'll try to incorporate that throughout the practice, especially when you get to hold a position. That's when I want you to practice that, the pausing, the holding of the breath, and then exhaling it out, right? In the more active pauses. If it becomes a bit much, then just go back to breathing normally. Let's inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. So that's where I pause. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right foot, step it forward, back foot, heel down, Vira 1, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands down. Step back, inhale. Chaturanga. Transition. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot, step it forward. Notice I don't raise the foot up this time and come through. I just try to step forward and get as close as I can. Pressing floor away with the hands, belly button, draw it in. Inhale, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands down. Step back or high to low. Exhale, Chaturanga. Transition. Exhale, downward facing dog. So this was round 2. Settle heels, settle hands, 5 breaths. Knees bend, inhale. Exhale, step, walk or hop forward. Halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to chair. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, inhaling. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Right foot, step it forward again. Left heel down, Warrior 1. Exhale, hands back. High to low. Chaturanga. Transition. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Right foot heel down. Vira 1, inhale. Exhale. Step back or high to low. Transition. Exhaling. Downward facing dog. Heels settle. Breathing through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Good. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, step, walk, or hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale, Samastiti. Circle out the hands. 2 more rounds of the Surya Namaskara B. Okay, 2 more rounds. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, Ardha. Exhale, Chaturanga. Transition. Exhaling. Downward facing dog. We're going to change it up a little bit now. We're going to inhale the right foot heel high and open hips to the right for Shavasana. Look under the right armpit towards the ceiling. Try to glue your left heel down. Press evenly into the hands and really stack up that right hip above the left. Look under the left armpit towards the foot. Keep pressing floor away. Good. Now as you inhale and come to center here, square up your hips. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead, hover, hold. Inhale, send it back. Exhale to the right arm, elbow, armpit. Now, if you want arm balance, you bring your hands a little bit closer, hug the elbows in, hover forward, and your hands, elbows are underneath you. So you're hovering here. Slowly inhale back up. Exhale your right foot now through, back foot heel down, warrior one. Exhale, hands back. Step it back, inhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot, inhale it high, and exhale, open to the left here, Shavasana. So find some comfort along the back of the neck, look under the left armpit towards the ceiling, glue the right foot heel down, pressing floor away. Look under the right armpit towards the foot. Open the hips a bit more. Suck in the belly. Back to center, inhale, point toes. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead, round back, draw belly in. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale to the left elbow or armpit or tricep, or hands come a bit closer. Elbows hug them in so the eyes of the elbows are facing forward. Shift weight forward and bring that inner thigh outside of the left arm like that. Hover. Maybe that right foot hovers off the floor. Inhale, left foot goes back. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, hands back. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nod a few times with the head and neck. Bicycle a few times. Settle the heels. 5 breaths. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, hop, step, or walk forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold.
Maybe heel toe feet together this time, and then come to chair. Exhale as you stand. Samastitihi. Now heel toe the feet again a little bit apart to give a little bit of comfort. Release through the shoulders first. Circle out the hands and the wrists a bit here. Open, close. Stretch the wrists if you need to. Okay. And then inhale arms. And exhale left under right for Garudasana wrap or eagle wrap here. We won't come to the full Garuda pose yet. We'll just come here and bring the elbows towards the center and draw the elbows down here, hands down, to get a little release, a little bit of stretch through the back of the right shoulder. Okay, belly button, draw it in. And you can lift the arms here also just to see how that feels. Releasing, inhaling. Exhale this time. Right under left. Hook, bring across. If you can get the wrap, great. If not, even the hook is okay. And to the center and down. Your torso still forward facing, right? Belly button, draw it in. As you release and get a little bit of stretch through the back of the left shoulder. Try to soften the neck here, so shoulders away from ears. And if you want to kind of just see how it feels to lift it up a bit higher, and you can do that and release again. Shake out the arms a bit. We have one more Surya Namaskar to do, but again, we're going to modify, and I'm going to show you a different arm balance this time, okay? Let's inhale, come to chair. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Hop, step, or float back as you chaturanga. Transitioning with inhale. So this could be a cobra or upward facing. Exhaling, downward facing. Good. Right foot now, as you inhale it high, stay with the extension there. Exhale again, knee to nose or forehead. Inhale as you go back. Exhale, you're coming towards with the right knee towards the left elbow. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring the hands a little bit closer here. And as I draw the belly in, I'm going to turn to the left with the knee this way. And I'm going to plant the elbows, the triceps, on the outside of the right thigh leg. That's going to be my base, okay? So I'm going to try to show this as best as I can. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to come with the hands a little closer. I still need to press floor away and get that core compression. And I come here. Dropping the right hip towards the back of the right arm, and on the thigh, the outside of the right thigh, on the back of the left elbow tricep area. So, just to go back again, here, elbows in, hands closer, here, and then I start to shift weight forward. Extending, right foot heel away. Come back, send the right foot back up. Exhale it through. Warrior one this time. As you inhale, gentle upper back bend. Heart opener here. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hands come down. Step back. Exhale, chaturanga. Transition. Downward facing dog. Good. Now endurance time, right? If you have to do the left side. Your left foot, inhale it high. Knee to nose or forehead. Sucking belly, press floor away. Inhale, go back. Exhale, your left knee to right elbow. You're hovering there, you're holding, or you're setting up the hands a little bit closer to turn and plant the leg outside the arms. Shift weight forward, belly button in, extend left, so you're going to scissor the legs open here. Landing, inhaling left foot high, exhale it through. Vira 1, warrior 1, inhaling. Heart opener. Lift, inhale. Exhale, hands down. High to low, or flow through your chaturanga. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands settle. If you need a child's pose, take one here. If not, the downward facing dog is your rest point. 5 breaths. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, step, walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to chair, belly button in. Exhale, stand, Samasthiti. Gently nod the head yes a few times. Shake the head no. Shrug the shoulders up, back, and down. And again, give your hands, wrists a little bit of a stretch. Good. If the feet are together, 2 fist distance between them as you either hop them apart or step them apart. Yogi toe lock, so peace fingers are going to hook big toes in Padangusthasana. So we're going to go ahead, gently lower down. Peace fingers hook big toes. Root the 4 corners of the feet down. Lengthen out of your waist, slightly gaze forward as you inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Long neck, shoulders draw away, elbows apart. Belly button, suck it in actively here. Contracting the quadriceps to help you maybe get a little bit closer, belly to thigh, or forehead towards knees. Energetic internal rotation through the legs, so you're not externally rotating, you're kind of hugging the thighs inward. Slowly release, lift, lengthen halfway, inhaling. Exhaling, Padahastasana or gorilla pose, hands underneath the feet, line up the toes into the creases of the wrists. Keep the knees bent if you need to, right? A little bit easy with the lower back here. And then gradually you can extend, lift the hips up and back, knees press back. And that energetic action is happening during your exhales, right? So try to maintain the same length of inhale, exhale. Pulling on the soles of the feet with the palms of your hands. Shift the weight slightly forward to the balls of the feet. Good. Slowly as you release, lift, lengthen halfway. Exhale, you can bend the knees a little bit here, press into the feet, draw the belly button in, inhale as you come up. Exhale, hands can relax beside you here, and again, a gentle upper back bend. Belly button, draw it in. Slowly as you release and come back. Let's go ahead and step the left foot to the left. So we come to our Prasarita stance, like Prasarita Padottanasana. Except now right foot turns to the right 90 degrees roughly. Heel arch, heel alignment. Whatever helps you bring your hips more underneath you. Right? So feet 3 to 4 feet apart roughly. Trikonasana triangle pose. Gaze to the right. Lengthen broad upper back and shoulders. Energetic reach through the fingertips. Hug the belly in. Inhale. Exhale, triangle. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. So you're lifting, lengthening out of the lateral side body, and then coming down with the right hand, left hand reaching up. Maybe peace finger hooks the big right toe, or hand to the floor, block or shin. Gentle with the hamstring stretch. If you're looking up, maybe chin towards chest, activating Jalandhara Bandha, the lock in our throat, compressing on the thyroid gland, and then turning head to look up here. If the neck is a bit tight, I want to just look down today, or I might just look to the right. A little bend in the knee. Inhale, come back. Exhale to the left as you turn. Inhale here. Exhale, Trikonasana triangle. So draw the hips underneath you, lift, lengthen out of the waist, belly button in, turning shoulders to your right, and then reaching hands apart. Noticing the quality of your breath also. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, hands to your waist. Parivrita Trikonasana, revolve triangle. We turn so that the hips, pelvis are slightly facing forward more, but we still have that heel alignment, or heel arch alignment here, right? As you draw your left shoulder chest forward, belly button in, your right hip pelvis pulls back a bit. Lift, lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, forward reaching, and then hand to the floor or to your block. Left side is okay, belly button in. Right side a bit more challenging. Outside of your left hand, pressing against the outer right blade of the foot, of the right foot. Right hand reaching up. Exhaling, right hand comes back down. A little micro bend in the knee if you need to. Belly button in, brace through the core. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, turning to your left. Okay, so left hand to the waist. Left hip pelvis draws back. Right forward. Lift and lengthen, belly button in.
Right hand, inhale. Exhale, lengthen forward and down. Mindful with the hamstring stretch, right? Keep a little micro bend in the knee initially if you need to, so you don't overpull the hamstring, okay? Then little by little you'll come down. Making micro little adjustments here, right? Hug the belly in, hand to the floor or to the block, or hand on the outside of the left foot and the outer blade of the right hand pressing against the outer blade of the left foot. Maintain that lift and that length, ground through the feet, and then the left hand reaching up for revolve triangle, Parivrita Trikonasana on this side. Slowly coming back. Little micro bend in the knee. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, turn and turn. Side angle pose, Parshvakonasana, Uttita Parshvakonasana. Extended side angle pose. Block nearby in case you need it. Ashtanga variation. Wide stance with the hand on the outside, but you don't want the knee to come to the inside this way. You want to maintain it towards that pinky toe, knee aligned sort of with the middle toe, okay? And at the same time, you don't want to let the left shoulder and chest collapse. You want to maintain this opening to the right. So beginner level, forearm is on top of the thigh. You're working on energetic reach and length through the back heel, really gluing it down, hugging in the belly, reaching overhead here. That's your side angle pose, Parshvakonasana. A bit more, hand to the floor or to the block, but then you're not letting the shoulder collapse. You're maintaining open to the right here. So if I can't get really low today, I'll just stay on the fingertips, but I won't put all the weight to the fingertips because I want the glutes, the hips to work a little bit here in the deeper stretch. And maybe chin to chest and you're gazing up. Exhaling as you release, circle to your left or slowly come back inhaling. Exhale, turn and turn. Wider stance, right? Similar to a warrior two. Parshvakonasana on this side. Same modifications. So back foot, turn it in a bit. Hug the belly in. Lengthen, reach. And you're drawing your shoulder, chest back, your right side, and you're drawing the left chest, shoulders more underneath you. Slowly as you release. Come back up, inhale. Exhale, hands to your waist. Hop the feet together here. Shrug the shoulders a bit. And come facing forward. Now, we're going to step the left foot back again, but not so far. We're going to keep that side the side angle sort of variation, but Parivrita Parshvakonasana, revolved side angle. Similar to a revolved triangle, except we're bending the right knee now. So sort of like a lunge. Beginner level, you might start here and work on setting up the twist this way. Okay? I'm going to try to bring the back heel down. Right hip draw back, left pelvis forward.
and sneak my left elbow on my tricep past my right quadricep here. Meanwhile, gluing my left foot heel down. Maybe hand to the floor or to the block, left hand that is. And then maintaining the lift and length. Right arm hand reaching up and overhead for revolved side angle. Some might be in this variation with the knee, the shin down, the heel off the floor, palm on top of palm, or the knee off the floor. Hug the belly in, maintain that distance between ears and shoulders, longer neck, and you might be here also working the bind. Maybe looking behind you to find more comfort in the neck. Slowly as you release, circle to your left. Just to release a bit here, take a little Skasandasana Ninja. To your right, and come up. Now, turn to your left. Right foot heel glues down, wiggle the left foot to the left here. Belly button, draw it in. If you set up from the low lunge, you're bringing your right tricep armpit outside of the thigh here, okay? Then you could add layers. If your back heel is down to begin with, just make sure you don't force it. You're lengthening out. A slow setup here. Really get that armpit close to the outside of the left thigh. And then maybe right hand to the floor or to the block. Right foot heel stays glued down energetically. Belly button in. Shoulders away from ears. Inhale, left arm. Exhale it overhead for revolved side angle. Now you might have been here with the heel off the floor, the knee, the shin resting, or the knee, shin off the floor, left palm on top of right palm. So you might have been here also working this bind. Long neck, shoulders away from ears. Notice what point or area on the left foot you have more balance. Find more sukha, comfort in the neck. Maybe look behind you, belly in. Slowly as you release, circling to your right and Skasandasana Ninja on this side. Now, as you shift your weight to the left again, Skasandasana, to the right, circle and go through a flow. Inhaling, Chaturanga, transition, and downward facing dog, exhale. Nod head, yes, shake head, no. Some might be in child's pose, some are holding the downward facing dog. Good. Right foot, inhale it high. Exhale it through. Bring the back foot heel in a little closer maybe, and slowly as you come up here. We're going to come to a pyramid forward fold. Similar to sort of triangle legs, except hips, pelvis are facing forward. Another stretch for the hamstring and the back of the leg. Again, it could be a little bit deeper, so gentle as you do that. Variations with the hands, reverse prayer,
palms pressed together behind. You could grab opposite elbows. You can interlace the hands and bring the hands overhead with you, or simply hands to the floor on the block, focusing more on sort of the fine-tuning of the mechanics of the pose here, right? So don't force just a forward fold. Hands to the floor is okay. I'm going to try the reverse prayer here today, working a little flexibility in the forearms as I try to bring the palms together, belly button in, inhaling, exhaling as I forward fold. Actively hugging the belly. Long neck, pressing through middle toe, big toe of the right foot. If you release hands, that's okay too. Left hip, the pelvis, you can bring it forward a bit. Right pelvis, sit back and up. Little bend in the knee. Nice and slow. Inhale, come back. Exhale, turn and turn. Heels planted down, feet planted down. Left hip draws back a bit now. Right pelvis forward. You're facing the back of your room. Again, any hand-arm variation you like on this side. Root down through the soles of the feet. Inhale. And exhale. Brace through the core. Left hip back, right pelvis forward. Belly button, pull it in. Slowly as you release, inhale as you come back. Exhale again, separate leg standing stretch or Prasarita Padottanasana. Variation A, hands to the floor. Lift and lengthen, pigeon toe the feet slightly inward maybe. Keep a little micro bend in the knees if you need to. Long, elongated trunk torso here. Inhale. And exhale, hands to the floor. Top of the head, crown of the head, gradually working towards the floor. Your head further underneath your pelvis as maybe you heel toe your feet a little wider apart. Slowly as you release, feet wiggle back a little closer together. Nice and slow as you come back. Brace through the core slowly as you come up. Good. Second round, Prasarita B, hands to the waist. I'm going to hug the elbows in and back, engaging the rhomboids and the muscles in between the scapulae. Shoulders back and down. I'm going to draw the belly button in here and maintain that lift through the chest. Long neck, shoulders back and down, elbows back here. So hopefully just hands stay to the waist. If you need to modify hands to the floor again, that's okay. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Slowly release hands to the floor. Let the hands now walk forward away from your mat.
Okay? Hands wide. And then as I hover forward, hips a little bit lower than shoulders. I might come to the balls of the feet or onto the tippy toes here as I hover, balance, belly button in. We're going to do 5 push-ups this way. Inhale as you're up. Exhale as you go down. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale 3. Inhale up. Exhale 4. Inhale up. Exhale 5. Now slowly as you come back, hands now come closer together, sort of like a plank position, okay? You might even go further forward to hover on tops of the tippy toes. You might bring the blocks with you and have your hands on the blocks, or switch to the knuckles here. Inhaling, elbows in, inhale back, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale, walk the hands back, heel toe the feet a little closer together, bend the knees if you need to, interlace hands behind the back, maybe palms pressed together, variation C like Charlie, inhale here, exhale, forward fold, release a bit through the shoulders, opening through the chest a bit, long neck, belly button in, micro bend knees if you need to. Slowly as you release, come back again, long torso, heel toe the feet a little closer together, brace through the core, inhale as you come up, exhale, hands to your waist, shrug the shoulders up, back and down a few times, maybe shake the head no a couple of times, nod the head yes. One more variation, we're going to come down, going for the heels, outer blade of the feet, or peace fingers hook to big toe on each side. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips as you forward fold. Ashtanga variation, yogi toe lock on the big toe. Elbows apart, draw belly in. More grip and forearm strengthening, grabbing the outer blades of the feet or the heels. Slowly as you release, heel toe feet together, belly in, nice and slow as you come up. Hop or step the feet together, come to the front of your mat. Let's go through a flow. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Transition. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend knees, inhale. And exhale, hop, step, or float forward. If you're working more on the floats, as you hop, you want to try to, again, get the hips over the shoulders as much as possible here. Okay? So be careful as you do this. I ordered some new blocks, and as soon as those arrive, I want to go ahead and demo this hopping sort of using the blocks. But for now, if you have blocks, hands on blocks, if your hands are on the mat, you can try to hop, tuck the knees in, and try to get the hips over your shoulders. Okay, let's try that again. So gradually you'll start to notice the more the hips come up over your shoulders, the more you could float. This is of course optional, right? If the shoulders are tired, completely, refrain from doing this. Be careful, please. Okay, don't hurt yourself. You could be next to a wall in your room also. Good. All right, let's go ahead and lift, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. March in place a little bit here, wiggling out the hips and the knees and gently shaking head yes and no. Yes and no. Good. Slowly go ahead and come up. Shrug the shoulders. Now for Utthita Hasta Parangushtasana, balancing asymmetrically on each side. So, just so I don't get this directions mixed up over here, I'm going to go ahead and just face forward. You face forward also. So beginner level, you're on the left foot and you're trying to balance maybe with a tree pose. Just don't put your foot on the knee. Okay. A bit more advanced, you're balancing on the left side and you have the knee up here, you're holding on to the shin. And the shin is pressing into your hand and you're pulling at the same time, and you maintain the lift and length out of your waist. As you're actually going for Utthita Hasta Parangushtasana more, then you are grabbing the big toe with your peace fingers of the right hand, left hand to your waist, and you might be balancing here or working on the extension. Abduct open to the right, even if you have the shin. Back to center. Releasing. Exhale, shake out the legs, maybe pat out that left side a little bit too. Good. We'll do some pigeons towards the end to relieve some of that hip tension, okay? Right, shift to the right foot again. You're setting up maybe tree. Gradually you're holding the tree a little bit longer. Just don't put the foot on the knee. Different variations, things you could do with your hand. Or you're grabbing the shin left side, belly in, standing tall. Or peace finger hook big toe for Utthita Hasta Parangushtasana, extending heel away. So today I'm not going to forward fold. I'm going to focus more on the lift and extension through the heel. Belly in. Abduction to the left. Gaze over to the right. Back to center.
As we release, the foot stays there. Releasing. Shake out the legs. Good. Feet together. Inhale, come to chair. Exhale, hold, belly button in. Draw the tailbone underneath you. Exhale as you release. Right foot steps back. Heel, heel, line if possible, or your right foot slightly to the right. Glue the back foot heel down. Right hip draw it forward, left pelvis forward and back, right hip back I should say. Belly button in. Nice and low here for Virabhadrasana Ekam, Warrior One. Lift through the heart center, hugging the belly. Gaze up, palms touch. Inhaling. Hands stay up there. We turn and turn to the back. Left hip draws back, right pelvis forward and down. Warrior One on this side. Glide open, Warrior Two on the same side. Hugging belly, back foot heel glued down. Lower with the hips, reach and lengthen through the fingertips. Inhale, extension. Exhale, left foot turns, right foot turns. So you're facing your right. Arms and shoulders are still there. Inhale there. Exhale, sink low. Drishti, gaze past your right hand. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hand down. Right foot, you can send it up. Exhale, chaturanga. Transition. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Pedal out the feet a little bit here and maybe hop through to a sit or have a seat and send the legs forward. Even with the hops, the higher your hips come off the floor, crossing the shins, belly in, compression through the core as you send the feet through. Easier, of course, if your hands are on blocks. My foot got stuck to the mat. I should have kind of pointed the toes, I guess. Shoulders roll up, back, and down a bit here. Left foot to the inner right thigh. Sit up tall. Turn to your right a bit here. Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Slowly as you release, come back. Sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Even on the sit bones as you sit up tall. Turn a bit to your left. Dorsiflex toes towards you. Lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. .
Slowly as you release and come back. Feet out in front of you. Hands behind for upward facing plank. And as we press up, we try to root the soles of the feet down through an energetic spiral action of the big toe, middle toe, balls of the feet reaching for the mat. Okay? Hands on blocks are okay. Gentle with the wrists here. Fingers are forward facing. Glutes active. Press, lift, and energetically as you press with the hips here, draw the belly button in. Maintain breath connection. Slowly as you lower down, cross the legs, shift your weight forward, high plank as you inhale, chaturanga, upward facing, exhale downward facing. Settle the heels down, 5 cycles of breath. Good. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, hop through to sit. Excellent. Now, let's go ahead and come down to the back. Set up a bridge pose here. Hug the knees in. Or before you set up a bridge pose, hug the knees in. Rock a little bit left and right. Good. Now bridge pose. Feet come down, relax head, relax through the shoulders, press the hips up here, engage, belly button in. If you want a bit more, hands interlace, palms come together, you're sending your knuckles towards your feet. You might even reach for the ankles here from the outsides and press and lift up the hips. This way you could still try to get a little neck stretch, chin towards the throat, and shoulders draw away from ears. Try not to let the knees open to the outsides. Slowly as you release, stretch the feet, legs apart, shake them out a little bit. Take a little break here, take a nice slow breath. Good. Hang on to the legs now, rock a bit back and forth. Belly button hug it in. Boat pose, Navasana. If you already did core with me yesterday, we held these a few times, right? Otherwise you're okay. Your core hopefully is feeling good. You're not sore from yesterday, not too sore anyway. And if you want a bit more, you could release. Or peace fingers can hook big toes, belly button in, extend the heels away. Sit up tall, maintain that lift and length out of the waist. Good. Slowly as you lower down. Now, let the feet open up a bit wider, okay? And sit up tall, as wide as you can get, and press yourself with your hands into the floor behind you to maintain that lift and that length. Now, if you have a strap, you can take it out of the buckhole and take the strap around the feet
use the strap for your forward fold. Hands to the floor are okay too. Belly button in as you lift and lengthen out of the waist, maintaining that energetic extension. You might even use the toes or the feet here as leverage. Extension or activity through the quadriceps, belly hug it in, shoulders away from ears, long spine and neck. And gradually softening through the upper back and rounding down. Slowly as you release, massage the inner thighs a bit. Bring the soles of the feet together for cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. Hands behind you, or you're grabbing the feet and you're rounding back, forward folding. Slowly as you release, cross the legs, step it back or hop it back, and go through a flow. And if you want to come into a little cobra and stay there a little bit longer, you're more than welcome to. Inhale as you press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bicycle it out here. If you need a child's pose, take a child's pose break. Otherwise, close the eyes here. Breathe deeply in your downward facing dog. Good. Now for pigeon. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale it through. If you're modifying with figure 4, you're coming onto your back, and figure 4 on your back. Okay? If you're coming down with pigeon, you want to keep the knee, the right knee, outside of the hip line of the right hip. And you're gradually wiggling the top of the left foot, shin and back. If you need a block here, right, you could place the block to sit on. That'll give you a little bit of comfort maybe, a little bit of support. Or you could come to a resting pigeon if you're here. Draw the left pelvis forward and down. More of an internal sort of rotation through the hip here on the left side. With option to thread the left arm through to the right and rest on the shoulder here. Okay, again, you're modifying, if there's any knee issues, you're modifying with figure 4 on your back instead. Right arm can wrap here as you relax and let the stretch sort of take its course here, take its place. As we slowly come out of the position, I'm going to try a little mermaid stretch also, or Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, or King Pigeon. We're going to go ahead and try to bend the left knee. Right hand supports us here. Block, you can place it. It'll give you more of a lift. Belly button, draw it in. Sweep around, inhale. And top of the left foot as you grab. I'm going to try to wiggle the hand down to get the elbow crease closer to the top of the left foot. Okay, I'll try not to strain here. You know, I sort of know my limits, and I gradually try to work past those limits, but again, without forcing it. So this is plenty here, especially because I ran yesterday, did some sprints, so I'm really tight in the groin, in the quadriceps today. Slowly as you release. Now, as you're lifting up the right knee shin, you want to shake it out a little bit, circle it around. Option, of course, to flip the dog here. And slowly as you come back, left side, take it up. Exhale it through for pigeon or figure four on your back on this side. I'm going to wiggle the right knee shin to the center a bit more. Turn a bit to the left, and that energetic action starts to draw the right pelvis forward and down. Okay? Then, if you center up, you could be here to try to sit the hip a little bit lower or block underneath the hip on that side. Option to thread the right arm through to the left and rest on the right side of the head and face. Left arm can wrap behind the back. And who knows, maybe even the peace fingers of the left hand might find the big left toe. Slowly as you release, coming back to center here. If you're trying the mermaid stretch on this side, first support and lift, hug the belly in, gentle with the right knee as you bend, left hand for support, sweep, come around, and start to draw the heel closer towards you, turning to your left a bit more, and maybe sliding that elbow crease over the top of the foot here. Right? Belly in, maybe left hand coming around. Slowly as we release, we want to go ahead and lift up that left side, get a good little shake through the knee, move it around if you need to, send it up nice and high, and slowly come into wild think as you flip the three-legged dog. Slowly as you release, bicycle it out. Go through a final flow if that's something that you need to, or simply come down for a child's pose or balasana as we sit the knees a little bit wider and relax the forehead down. Wiggle the shoulders away from ears. Calm, steady breath. Good. Slowly, as head comes off the mat, if you want to go through a Vidalasana here, circle around a bit, or move any way that feels good for you. Cows and cats.
Excellent. Come on down to the back. Hug the knees again into the chest. And try to get the knees closer together and see if your elbows, you can grab opposite elbows in Apanasana. Now press lower back into the floor. And draw shoulders away from ears as you try to bring the chin in towards the throat a little bit to elongate the back of the neck also. Good. Hug the right knee in, relax the left foot away, let the leg rest, circle the right knee around. Massaging the hip joint, left and right you can move also. And when you're ready, guide the knee to the left with your left hand for Jatari Parivartanasana, twist with the left leg extended. Soften the shoulders down, you can extend the right foot heel away if you want, just nice and easy with the lower back. Soft gaze to your right, gentle with the neck. If the neck doesn't like that, keep it neutral. So your gaze is up here. Slowly bend knee, coming back to center. Relax that foot all the way, wiggle the hips and legs a bit. Left knee comes in, interlace below the kneecap over the shin. And massage the hip socket here, move it around. Guiding your left knee with your right hand to your right for Jatari Parivartanasana on this side. Gentle with the twist, soften the shoulders down. Maybe gaze to your left if the neck is okay. Maybe you're extending your left foot further to the right. Slowly as you release, come back to center. One final hug here to neutralize a bit. And now it's up to you if you want to do shoulder stand or supported shoulder stand with your hips on a block. Simply setting up for your Shavasana or any other position you need to take before you come to Shavasana. I'm going to bring the hips here on top of this smaller block. I'm going to position it in a comfortable place, and I'm going to simulate Viparita Karani, or feet up the wall, as I keep the feet right over the hips here, and I soften through the mid-back, upper back, and shoulders. Okay, so this will be sort of my Shavasana here. You get into a comfortable place and position, and start to settle into yours. Relax your throat, maybe swallow once or twice. Blink the eyes open, close a few times, and then let the eyelids get a little bit heavier as you close them. And gradually, as you settle into your space, let your natural calm breath take over.
gradually, as you start to reconnect with your conscience, inhale, lengthen that breath. And sigh it out. Wiggle the fingers a bit, wiggle the toes. And easy as you find a little bit more motion in the joints. Through the fingers, wrists, your hands, your ankles, your feet. With the next inhale, pause at the top. First, exhale all the air out. Deep inhale and hold at the top. Slowly start to blink the eyes open. Circle out the wrists a bit more. If you were on a block, gently remove the block. Maybe hug the knees into the chest. Roll into a ball here. Or if it feels good for you to take a nice long pencil stretch, reaching hands and feet apart, try that also. Begin to rock a bit back and forth or come to your favorite side as we come to a seated position. And feel free now to sit on your block if you need to, or any other way that you are comfortable here. I'm going to go ahead and sit on the block, cross the legs, knees are comfortable, they're resting, shoulder shrugs a few times, up, back, and down. Gentle rotations left and right. And gently as you roll the chin across, kind of like making a smiley face with your chin here. Just be aware of your neck here. Excellent. Let's go ahead and seal our practice. Big inhale, sweep. Exhale, hands to heart center. Gratitude for this virtual space that we share together. Thank you for your time, for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful practice. I look forward to your feedback. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Until next time, namaste.